Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Obviously, still a little sick. Um, Off to work, obviously. Uh, but I wanted to talk about some stuff. Obviously, driving the Porsche today. So, but I wanted to talk about sort of what you're starting to see. And then this may not be for everybody, but what I'm starting to see at least is I'm starting to see a lot of people leave the U.S. Now, I don't know if that's just vacationing, scope some things out, but you're starting to see a lot of people leave the U.S. A lot of places that come to mind, places like Thailand seems to be a very popular one, that people are literally just like, because they're realizing, a lot of people waking up, they're realizing the U.S. is one. It's just, and yes, we can call it a rat race, but it's one big scam. It's one big scam. We're all kind of put here in this hamster wheel to essentially make money for someone else, which that's fine and dandy. Um, but what are the benefits anymore of doing that? I mean, I know most people don't mind working a 9 to 5. Most people don't mind hustling 2 to 3 hustles, side jobs, whatever. Most people don't mind. But when you start to realize that you don't have to, that's when you say to yourself, what else is there? Because a lot of people don't know what's outside of the U.S. and how different things are. I mean, pretty much everywhere. I mean, yeah, you got places like the UK, right? That's they're kind of westernized, um, but not quite how America is. The only comparison to America would be Canada, which is obviously basically the northern part of America. It's really not really another country, to be honest. Um, but even Canada has certain things that are way better than America, like free healthcare, right? To an extent. So you have to start to ask yourself, what are the benefits of living in America? Um, the only benefit I would say of living in America is that the dollar, compared to any other currency as of now, is still fairly strong. And what that does is that allows an American citizen to basically take his or her dollar and stretch it a lot further in other places, such as South America, such as Asia, uh, such as places like Japan, etc. And so when you look at things like the Passport Bro movement, see, a lot of people thought this was about females. And don't get me wrong, part of it was because one of the benefits of going out of America was that you get a better quality woman. Don't kill me in the comments. I'm just observing and just telling you what I've seen. Was you apparently got a better quality of women. That's what was said. However, the biggest part of the Passport Bro movement was simply the cost of living in other countries. It's 10 times better. Not only is it 10 times better, but there's actually benefits to being citizens or even visa, getting your visa in other countries. Okay? Other countries, right? Excuse me. Other countries, you get free college, tuition paid for with your tax dollars. You get free health care. And in certain countries, the healthcare is actually top notch, pretty good. Um, you know what I'm saying? Other countries, they're not taxed to death and return and get nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to look at those things, you start to say to yourself, what are the benefits of living in America? That's the question you have to ask. And so I say this, still sick. I say this to say this. I'm going to be taking a trip to Thailand. I like Thailand because obviously I live in Florida, and Thailand has very similar weather patterns to Florida, minus the hurricanes. They do get flooding though, but that's only in certain parts of Thailand. But me and my missus, my family, we're looking at potentially becoming essentially international snowbirds, kind of. See, my missus, she works from home, so she's good on her end. It's me, what I'm gonna do for income, right? I wanna, you know, make sure to go about this the right way. So what I'm thinking to do is we're probably gonna buy a condo there. Because the condos there are very cheap. You can buy condos way under 100K. 100K if you want to, go all in and be, be a big shot and all that. Sure. You could easily go over 100K if you want to buy what they call a villa, which basically is a mansion. I, me personally, I could care less about a mansion. So I think I would probably stick to buying a condo way under 100K. Um, because after owning a big house and all this stuff, you realize a lot of these things you don't need, that you're just kind of sold that shit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stick to like a 2 bedroom condo. I've been looking at some of them, decent square footage, all that, really nice amenities. I mean, it comes with everything, food, gym, everything's included. It's pretty dope. You can get that for about 500 a month. Obviously, if you want to buy one, you got to put a down payment. And then you could finance as a foreigner, which is very nice. Um, but yeah, you're looking at about 500 a month, maybe less, which is very nice. And so, I'm thinking about doing that, and then essentially Thailand's going to be kind of second home, so to speak. I would love to get my family, out there. Kind of, if anyone wants to take an international trip, pay for your flight, but your stay is covered on me because I would have a condo out there. Now, like that's the goal, like that's the dream, right? Um, the other thing would be once owning property out there. I can go about this two ways, but once owning property out there, the one way would be essentially we slowly start to move there. And what I mean by that is I've been looking at it already, is to buy a business out there. Obviously, there's some paperwork and stuff involved, so I kind of know that process. I would still have to get a legal person involved, but I can essentially buy a business out there and have it running and have it up and going without truly having to be there full time, which is dope. Um, and also having more than 4 employees will allow me to basically get a permanent visa, which is also dope. So, um, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Thanks.